rolling on up to Friday. That program Gangamuka 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. dissecting matters of the country, issues of the country, issues of development, politics and many other things. N'olwaleero terwawukanye nga Monday nga bulijjo nze Abe Kibirango no kanyumero aka hot cup at 9 mbeera n'omubaka John Musila. Lwaki tubeera naye it is deliberate kigenderere kubanga aludde nga ensonga zinasunulireza ezigenda maaso mu ggwanga ng'omukulembeze okuviira ddala eri wansi. Kyenjagala ku Honorable John Musila sibe bakulembeze be tulabidde mu parliament ntubeekanga boom no ye mukulembeze abeera ddala okuva eri ku byalo wansi ng'ajja empeereza ya gavumenti byonna bintu abiraba bulungi nnyo ddala. Honorable, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi.
Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
Amina ya rabbi.
Greetings from His Majesty Emperor Selassie Jah Rastafari. Black people, black man, real human. Black woman, original woman.
So koleke black man, real
human.
Real human.
Real human. God created you first.
Then black woman,
original human. Exactly. Now let me tell you one thing. If you killed all men in the world and left one, the world would regenerate in less than 1,000 years. Less than
1,000 years.
But if you killed all the women and left one woman, it would take 4 billion years.
So kombulize ku barasta.
Hoja bless no manicus. Greetings of His Majesty Emperor Selassie, the unit of Africa, the black man, the real original human, black woman, the real human. That you, the black man who has been humiliated, who has been enslaved, who has been beaten left right by all this Babylon, fire burn Babylon today. Every time they do wrong to the world, you see Jah punishing them through hailstone, through girls and everything like that. Jah loves the black man because you are the original, because you are his creation. These are creation rebels. I don't know from which planet, which they, in heaven, they call them Lucifer. On earth is Satan. So the Luciferians who have brought trouble, who have brought mayhem, who have brought war, who have brought disease, we condemn you. Fire burn you. Fire burn white man. Fire burn pink man.
Honorable. Wegera kubanga abasumba waliwo abasumba bamwe ababira mu church nagamba fire burn.
Yes.
Fire burn.
Yes.
Fire burn.
Yes, fire burn the white man. The original sin is by the white man. The so-called. By the way, just like Steve Biko said in South Africa, are white men really white? Do I know how to categorize the colors clearly? Do they look white?
That is white. You're wearing
this
white.
Is white. Do they look like this? I thought they are pink.
Some are pink, some are yellow.
No, very good. Some appear between yellow and pink.
Yes.
Others are purely pink. Those who come from Nordic areas, Norway and whatever, they are more pink. Those in South Europe, Italy and others, they are between yellow and pink. Am I right on that one?
You're right.
Why do you call them white?
You said you host in your home there is one of those whites.
Yes.
Kati gobagazachi abasajja obavuma, they are imperialists.
Yes.
Babylons, they are
Sure, practically show my children to grow up knowing that they have no slave mentality. Show the comment around. The so-called white man is in my home.
Oh, your white man is who akola yoki?
Akola papakas. Okwera wakane ebirala bwebi. Akola sikulimba. oyagala nkuleetere ndowooza nkuleetere photos ze
nina gendayo ne musanga ng'ayera
very good
ng'asiimula ennyumba
very good
nga ayoza engoye zo.
Please, you are welcome, you are welcome.
Please producer book me and next month
please
show
yes.
program eno twandikoledde
Bubulo East
mu
maka
gange omuzungu ng'ayera ennyumba yo
omulabe ng'ali awo okunta ajjamu obusabiki byonna. Bring Babylon down. Babylon down.
But speaking about omuzungu oyo ali ewo eka ekyalo kyo bakiyitani
namwenula
amakago gasangibwa
exactly ati amakandi nabiri waliwo egembagalega waliwo agebumbe namwenula omukyala wange omukulu abeera magale owokubiri abeera enamwenula ebumbo
namwe abarasita mukkirizibwa omukyala asukkamu
mbadde ndowooza ebitabo byonna byogera bwe biti
ate wulira abalala tebabyagala
olaba ekikulu
oba nabyo bababirooni
okwerimba kakati omusajja mu Babylon mu America kyemmanyi ku marriages 107 banoba out of 100 marriages 70% end up in divorce within the period of 10 years and keep remarrying. Is that not polygamy? How do you call it? What about me who has 2 wives and we leave my first wife next year we are making 30 years. 30 years. My second wife we made 20 years just last year. You get me right?
Are they coexisting?
I mean, why not? Why not? You know, you younger people.
Owe magale no wawa?
Buli muntu ali uwe. Buli muntu ali uwe. I'm simply director of the family company. The managers are there. Those are managers, each managing their own homes and whatever and the property.
Yes.
I'm simply director.
Wesenkagala oli awo.
Director. Ndi director, ba managers webali. Ba managinga bintu byabwe. Actually, executive directors. I mean, managers.
Yes.
Exactly. Because, I mean, we are partners.
Tosanga ngako buzibu wakati wabwe wonna.
Why? What for? Ati tukuze. My first wife is
30 years in marriage.
30 years in marriage. She's 51. I'm 58. My second wife is about 46.
Amukuze.
Oh yes, tukuze. Tulina bazzukulu. Ate abazzukulu obumu najja nabo wano tewabula baloli.
Budduka muli.
Budduka muli wawe. Stubborn like Rasta man. Those are baby Rastas.
And do the children coexist?
And they like each other so much. By the way, there is a bond between opposite children. Children from the other mother like each other more.
Oh.
So much.
Oh, it should be the mothers that have issues between.
Yeah, the mothers naturally may be having issues. The way Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam, and then Sarah and Kedra and Hagar. You know Abraham had 3 wives. Sarah, Kedra and Hagar. You are aware of that.
Bana abomukyalo omu babijjawa because ne boddayo eri era olabanga it was okay.
Abo balimba ne Bible gyosoma Tauret ne Zaburi omanyi Zaburi omusilaamu omulungi nga gwe omwana omuto olina okusoma ebitabo meka 4 Tauret, Zaburi, Injili, Quran. Am I right?
You're right.
That is Muslim. Now Zaburi bw'osoma sebo, if you read Zaburi bulungi, Nabi yenna yabeeranga n'omukazi omu yafuna omutawaana. Omu ye Nabi Lut alayhi salam, omulala Nabi Amos alayhi salam.
Kati bino abataagala kubazzaako tebabyagala kubiwulira bakulaba bubi nnyo.
Kakati mu Uganda nga abakyala bali bameka
omusajja ono byayogera ebyabakyala
mu Uganda nga abantu tuli miliyoni 5 abakyala bali bameka
bebangi
so oba baleseewa ate nga Nabbi Isa alayhi salam ne bamubuuza omukyala ono yafumbirwa ono naafa n'afumbirwa ono naafa n'afumbirwa ono naafa muggulu alibeera waani ne bagamba nti no muggulu myoyo gyokka. Muggulu ki myoyo gyokka okuwasa tubeere wano
muggulu teri bya feeling.
Nothing tujja kubeera myoyo gyokka.
Honorable,
yes.
Nga tunabagenda kuwummula, we still have about 10 minutes.
Yes.
Take me back to mwagenze mu recess.
Yes.
As a
naye kansooke na kino nga tonambuuza njagala nnyo institution ya marriage.
Yes.
Era obusoga bulayire my king of Busoga, the young man. Thank you for entering the institution of marriage. It should be permanent. We are here. We have been 30, almost 40 years in marriage. I married when I was quite young. It is good for you to marry. It is an embodiment of continuity of our humanity. This is what we should do. And you are showing Busoga, you know, the prince of Bunyoro, who are called Basoga. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again, Papa Isebantu.
Baba.
Thank you. Baba wa Ife. Newankubadde ng'okyali mwana muto. Na I am so grateful. Jah bless you. Jah bless you. Thank you so much for that. And we in Bugisu want to say we are proud of our king in Busoga. Very proud.
Because you are the most immediate neighbors to Busoga.
Very immediate.
Okay, as you exit Busoga.
And you know, the biggest population in Busoga, Nani Basoga, are Bagisu.
Wow.
Yes. The whole of Bugiri.
I thought they were Baganda.
Oh no. There are no Baganda there. Those are the lowest minority. It is Bagisu. The biggest minority in Busoga are Bagisu. The whole of Bunya, what we call Mayuge these days, the whole of Bugiri, and many others, Kamuri, only Bagisu.
Yeah.
So many of them.
Honorable, mwagenze mu recess, mwagenze mu kuwummula nga bakaba parliament.
Yes.
I have been told there is a number of MPs who have not gone back to their constituencies. Ate balina kye bakozeeyo. Teri. What I'm glad about is that buli wekubira essimu ng'onojja wano.
Yes.
Mbeera nkuwulira ng'ovuga nga oli mu kuvaana misibwa mu constituency ojja.
Yes.
Banno bangi tebalina bye bakoze batyo okuddayo abalala basindika ba assistant baabwe mugendayo mu magambo ndi bweru wa ggwanga. Bobolo East, kiki kyekwenyumirizaamu? What are they proud of you? Of course you're going to drum your own beat your own drum.
I don't have to drum.
But the thing is bakulaba era bw'oba olimba nga bakulaba
bajja kumanya nti no ali kunni
ne message bajja zitekako omusajja oyo alimba ekibye kuledde abantu be Bobolo East.
Njagala muleete wano message mutumire mwami Abel mugambe nti no byenjogera bya bulimba oba bituufu nga bituufu mubuulire nvuddeka ntuuse wano ssaawa 6 ez'ekiro nga ndi eyo era twabadde ne mu kuziika emagale nga munnange waliwo kazini wange Wamuzeyi Namurengo bamuyita Nasimoro twasize yesterday, but I've been there since Wednesday or something like that. So bino byalisese era n'olwokuna sabeera ne mu parliament nagenda olwokusatu ekiro nakiraba. So the allowance we are giving, the biggest amount of any earnings of an MP are allowances.
Because it used to be Constituency Development Fund.
Yes. Those are not there.
They were incorporating.
Possibly they incorporated, I don't know.
Yes. But it used to be there.
The biggest amount.
It used to be 5 million.
Yes. 5 million. The biggest amount of the allowances given are for the constituents. In terms of fuel every week.
Yes.
In terms of constituency mobilization.
Yes.
And many others, mileage and whatever.
So
like the East, those of us in Elgon zone, it's about 28 million all together with the salary.
Because Babala distance.
Distance.
From there to Parliament.
Yes, exactly. You cannot be the same with the Karamoja. Karamoja, I think, should be getting 35 million or something like that.
Yeah. And it cannot be.
Of course, this is personal.
What you saw Kampala.
No, those are the lowest. Yeah. Those are the lowest. They get even around maybe 21 or so, or even below 20.
Million.
Now, what is the calculation of this allowance?
Yes.
It is calculated that your office is in the constituency. Where? Constituency. That's why they give you that allowance. So if you stay in Kampala, tell me what you are doing. Mwami Kibirango.
So we need to audit you.
You are even late. You are even late.
We need to audit you.
And who are going to audit our voters? I am giving you raw information that your MP, the allowances, every other earning is calculated that the office is in the constituency. The MP comes only for 3 days. Three days.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Thursday. Unless if there is some other business.
And in the afternoon.
And in the afternoon, actually you can drive from your constituency, come to legislate, and they go back. And they go back. So, our payments are for the constituency. This is, nobody should tell you. Nobody should tell you. When you are a patriot, a nationalist, working for your nation, you shouldn't be coaxed.
That's why you have very few friends, because you overexpose.
I don't care about friends.
You overexpose their earnings.
And I will keep doing it. I will keep doing it until when this term is over.
Abantu bagamba parliament, mbaka wa parliament tetufuna nnyo kinene kiri awo.
But you know, the little you have, if they are saying constituency mobilization, what do they mean? What do they mean? You are the constituency. Abantu balina okulya mu ngalo zo. Sente ezo sisi zo. Abantu bakuwa obululu. You know, the other day I was commissioning on Saturday a water project. When I went to the UN, I got friends.
Just a minute.
Yes.
Did you sort your issues with National Water, Dr. Byamgisha?
Yes, I called him.
You sorted?
I called him. He was not in Kampala. We sorted it, and I'm happy that there are no other raids on my people.
By National Water?
But actually, the area manager, my daughter, the area manager also actually called me, said, Daddy, you have accused me before the MD. I said, that's not the case. But this way of torturing our people is not good. Okay. It's not good. Arresting, that was a social contract between you and whoever is going to use
the water user.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
So you commissioned a
water source, a small water source, a well, which was sponsored by some British Indians. Some of them were born and studied in Uganda. And I am happy. It's about maybe 10 million or something like that. Clean. Yes. No. These are Indians in Britain. Exactly. Actually, who can the crook? Bazilia zikomyewo. Mwabijja wano. Oroza Kibirago. Wobo genze ko London. Bajjawo obugagga obwo bwonna. Babubba wano kyova olaba bwe beeyita Imperial Majesty, the Queen, now the King, babujjawa. Singa otambulako Bungereza n'ogenda mu palesi zaabwe Birmingham n'ebirala, babba for over about 1,000 years. First was the mercantile era. Babbira ebintu buli kantu konna, ebintu byenjovu, bigoldi, biki, diamond, babbira ddala ne bateeka
kasita bakuwadde ku mazzi abayindi bangereza
ate bannayuganda baava wano 1972. Abamu basomera ewange Mbale, bajja ne balambula ne batwala mu masomero. North Road. Yes,
they came to give back.
These are giving back, and they are Ugandans born here.
So babo bana bafunye amazzi mu constituency yo.
Yeah. Namwenora wano ko area called LC1 area called Kibire, twabadde tu commissioning amazzi ndowooza ga million nga 10 awo. Naikonto naye nga it is solar pumped into a tank, and the people get very clean water, extremely very clean water. We are happy. the chairman LC5 and many other dignitaries were
So
there.
when you are in the constituency, these are some of the projects that
Oh, yes,
you're supposed
that
to
is
be
it.
coordinating,
Yes.
Supervising,
Yes.
Mobilizing people bagakozese bulungi. Byebimu kubikusasuza ngombaka wa parliament.
That is why all local authorities were there, the LC5, the mayor, the councillors, to commission the water.
Yes.
Then from there we went to my school, where I went for primary, P3 to P7. We gave them shoes. The same group of Indians sending shoes to these local people. When I told them my story in room B of the UN conference area, they wondered how a person of my type, a haggard, almost rejected boy, would come up to become an MP.
Wow.
You see? It was touching. I have a way of telling my story. It was touching to them. And they saw that they should, and they visited my school. They got children barefoot, and they said, no, let us give them. It is okay.
But to come out, but we chai cafe.
Oh.
Because this is hot cup at 9.
Very good.
But we chai to kawomerwe.
In a hot debate.
In a hot debate.
Yes.
Because today, nkujide daleri mu constituency yo.
Yes.
Abakulaba. Bagenda kuwa obujulizi obaddala kituufu obakiikirira bulungi ebyoyogera obaddala nga bituufu. We take a very short break. When we come back, program Ganga Mukecha agenda must hook up at 9 and then Honorable John Musira. Good morning.
This is Hot Cup at 9. Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulaire.
Psalms. Taste the difference.
Abagwere, abako, nemikago jabugwere, cheno chanyo, na Madu Festival, edukire. Ena kujumweringa abiri munya, ogwa mwenda, kumibiri abiri musat, oku National Theatre Galleries, Kampala, tosuwama binagana Madu, Congo, nemirere, iwanyumirwe mere ya ugwere, omulio wita, ebijo, muwogo, suswa na magera, tosuwe misenyo mulio nebo, mweso, amono konkojo, byombyona, muna Madu Festival, ogwengira basasura mangu, mutwaro gumo ne kitundu, ate imwabo kumulyango, mibiri, iwalete famile yoyona, kuba abana, bali nawe bakuzenyera, na Madu Festival, etegekewere, Chimalu Foundation. Mipira ejama sasa buterevu wanoku
Baba Fama ni Baba TV.
Amasasa kunagona bagacyokubanga gasambira isasa kwisasa timu ku timu bino byonna byonna bikutusibwako.
That is what makes Nile special. A beer truly made of Uganda, unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Mond Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source.
Everywhere you go, MTN. Kauju Express. Kagalampansozi. Muna kutadoba.
Byonna byonna wano ku
Baba Fama ni Baba TV.
Uganda! Are you ready? Eno beto ya nyini! Ebigambo bikomye olutalo luze mu ndongo. In the red corner, introducing Cindy Baby. In the blue corner, Shiba Karungi. Let the battle begin. Eno battle ya Cindy the
Bashiba Bazita Sarawano Kolo Estem 15 September ordinary mtware satu VIP mtwaro 10 meza ya milioni 3 Ani who is who the king herself or queen kama Mutalo iPhone na Nokia mbade muwaza Nokia the original si copycat mwa iPhone ya charging Nokia wa Nokia ya charging iPhone mwamuje eno bato yene Sarawa 15 September Kololo tuamara ize wayamba dota kwesonga musonzi mubato kati tuagala byana bi Promax byava mchalonga kati bi Nigeria muzigo apartments byana bi Noctano tali kweba kabyava kutulo bisula mu ndongo Koloya Strip 15 September bitegekedu
ndi musanfu amatikira kyo ago era nasanukira ko obusoga kuba niyo gwe twalimu yena yaikaikana eri kiri erife okwongera ebirungo mu institution eyo nze nga salamu nkayenda tugikozese okuzimba social fabric okuba social glue gamwage magainia obughangwa n'ennono edaife z'abasoga egamagainia obusoga egamagainia clan system obona obuvunaanyizibwa obusoga obwakirimu era omutawa maani era mutefeebya niife abasoga niife ababi mbagala niife ababi bebesomero kwita niife ababi aye nga niife era nze ndi musanukire okuba omusoga nongera n'okusaaka nti mwite tusanukire baba aye ni baba yena atusanukire
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire. Eno ni Gangamka ku Baba TV. This is Hot Cup at 9.
Butelevu eno ni Gangamka wano ku Baba TV obusoga bulayire sawa yakakopo ka chai akocha wekati era nga honorable yakakutedda atandise mpozi mpolampulo kawomerwa nga betugenda maaso nokwogera ku nsonga ez'enjawulo. Honorable John Musira Gwendi naye mubaka mu parliament wa Bubulo East atuli mukwogera ku issues of constituency ne gyali kubanga tukimanyi nti no weeks 2 abaka ba parliament bagenze bawumulemu ate baddemu boogeraganye n'abalonzi baabwe badde mu bitundu byabwe okubategeeza biki ebibadde nga mu parliament n'ebirala bingi nnyo ddala okwogera ku nkulakulana n'ebintu ebitwala eggwanga mu maaso. Honorable Musira kyabaddeko ng'atubulira ebiri mu constituency ye. Kachai kawoma
kalungi nnyo era nkawomeddwa mu linnya lya jja nkanywa bulungi nnyo.
That is the Hot Cup at 9 that we talk
Hot
about. Yes. Honorable tuli mu kwogera ku Speaker yabawadde oluwommola weeks 2.
Yes.
Kutegeezezaako nti nina bemanyi beekwese Kampala baganya okuddayo mu constituency zaabwe.
Exactly.
But they reap what they
saw.
What they saw.
Exactly.
Nze manyi nti 226. In fact,
big mistake.
2025 or 2024 they are going to begin seeing the seeds that they've been.
Abel, do you know what is going on in the constituencies? Actually from last year. Including even in my constituency. Yesterday, as one of the big mourners, actually the guest mourners, had to introduce about 5 challengers of mine. 5
people are
challenging me.
Ready to challenge.
Oh yes, yes. Fairly, this is the democracy which President Museveni and NRM ushered in. I had to introduce them. Ate ntia. Ndino kukomaho. But I was the one introducing them in any case. Please come, talk to your people. Talk to our people.
Your rivals?
My rivals. Actually, I don't know that the word rival in English is the best word. I don't care.
Or your competitors, your rivals.
Maybe fellow competitors. I should say fellow competitors. You see? I introduced them.
So the constituency has begun now weighing.
Now, what you are saying,
yes,
should you leave a gap, then your competitor takes over. You are busy in Kampala eating chips and chicken, sausages. Somebody is filling the gap. Be there. Let the people see you. You are paid allowance to be in the constituency, not in Kampala. But your office is the constituency, not in Kampala. You are not even a delegate. You are a representative.
Who monitors you?
Yes.
We the taxpayers give you money.
Yes.
200 million plus, 20 million plus.
Yes, exactly.
I'm talking about 20 million as just
yes, the lowest.
Okay.
The lowest member of parliament gets.
Who supervises you to ensure that we?
You, the voter. The member of parliament is not supervised by anybody else. It is you, the voter. It is you, the voter. I am aware of men and women who have never been their constituencies ever since we came and swore around May of 2021 up to now. They have never gone into their constituencies.
They have never stepped in their constituencies.
I have even evidence. I have even evidence. And I will not fear saying it here. You see? I will not fear saying it here. Or rather without fear or even favor or unfavor.
2.5 years.
In Bugisu. I can quote for you in Bugisu. In my own district. Nothing. Okulia send. And those are some of the mistakes we make. This is why the speaker, my real sister, my beautiful sister, I'm happy you have become a real woman. We are going to have a miracle in this parliament. A miracle where the sitting speaker is going to have a child, the 11th parliament child. Okay? I'm saying it. Possibly she's watching me. She likes watching me through this channel.
Why are you breaking the news that is not yet broken?
Is that news?
I thought it is news.
It is like a married man like you. Then somebody asks you as to whether you sleep with your wife or not. Okay? Do you have to ask me whether I sleep with my wife or not?
Did you say the speaker is going to be the first ever to have?
Ever. Actually in the whole world. She should go into the Guinness Book of Records. She should. My sister, I'm going to have a niece or a nephew.
Did she send you to go public about this?
No, don't mind about that. You know, we have women, when you see, including even your daughter, you will know that she has a child. Okay? Exactly. I have grown up daughters. I will know. My daughter, I even ask her and they say, daughter, are you heavy?
Are you?
Yes. So from the looks of things, the way you saw her pictures before, is she looking the same? No, is she looking the same? What I want is to congratulate my speaker and say thank you for holding the World Guinness Book of Records for being the first speaker to be so. Real woman, real mother, a legislative mother. An example to many women. An example to many women. Don't look at that. That one is her physicality, that one is her biology. But the record she's about to break in this world. No, you got it from where else? You show me. Go under Google and look around. Show me any speaker in the world, any third in command of any nation. The speaker is third in command, isn't it?
Hot cup ya lero. Hot cup at 9
We
have just learned today that the speaker is expecting.
What is wrong with that? Is she not human?
No, she is.
But
yes. I did.
In Bugisu, when a woman gets married, especially young girls, now you will see her physicality changing. Now, after 3-4 months, the men of Bugisu will say, we see her. You see, we see her. We are now seeing her. That means but the little girl is...
Is she comfortable with what you're saying?
I don't care whether she's comfortable. But being a sister, she should be. And I'm proud of it. I mean, why should we beat around the bush? Sakamulokoti, what not like that? I'm saying that is the most important is that breaking the world record as the first one.
Yes.
First one. In the office. Oh, that is going to be the first one. Not only in Uganda, not in East Africa, not in Africa, the whole world. The whole world.
So your beloved Speaker of Parliament,
who I like most,
who you like most,
yes,
is surely having issues with some members in the executive.
Oh yes.
And I'm very deliberate at saying some members.
Yes.
Because we saw just last week,
yes,
when she entered Parliament, and she found nobody.
True.
Nobody.
Yes.
From the executive.
Let me tell you.
Out of the 83 ministers,
80% of, and more than 80% of all business of Parliament is generated by executive.
Definitely.
If today I attempted to bring a private member's motion on water, I said we segregate the rural folk. Because today, here at Baba, you get your water at 60,000 per unit, or even something like that. The president of Uganda, 60,000 per unit. The rural person, 60,000 per unit. I wanted to bring the Kenyan model. How? The Kenyan model is, if it is rural areas, possibly to, for example, the rural folk pay 500. But municipalities and the cities and whatever, yes, maybe 10,000, equivalent 10,000 or so. And it fulfills the adage that tax the rich and give to the poor.
Yes.
You see, and what is life? In some countries, developed countries. Exactly. That's why I'm saying over 80% of all business of Parliament is generated by executive.
Yes.
It's the executive which brings business.
Now,
the speaker...
Why are they trying to disobey?
Very good.
The speaker.
Do they have the heart for this country? Do you know who they are? Many of them have come from opposition. Even those of us who have worked for this party, for this government, I mean, many people are quiet, but not happy. Within the party. Within the party. Not happy, but quiet. Because you can't criticize your own child. Okay? They are there. I'm used to speaking the truth. Many others, you know, there is is it Sergeant Jita? Do you watch him? Sergeant Jita. Those who were kadogos like me, those who were kadogos at the time, are they not coming out and speaking? And what does that portend? What does that portend? I'm happy that the president has recognized
the inside.
Yes. There is a boiling pot inside. There is something boiling underneath. It's something boiling. You see? So it's good that some of us are what I would call exomoths. in speech and whatever. We always expose the truth.
Honorable Musila,
Now some of
I
them,
don't want us to lose the point on the other hand.
Yes.
Olokuman, the biggest chunk of the ministers have come from the opposition, like you've said.
Yes.
Ekyo tekibalemesa kukola mirimu gyabwe.
That's why they were appointed. I sit on the appointments committee.
Yeah.
That's why they were appointed. Truly. And that's how they took oath of office. Their offices. In any case, 80-something ministers. The cabinet ministers. How many are cabinet ministers? So if I'm not in the parliament, my junior should be there. Okay? That should be the case. Simply divide up your duties and the roles, or rather actually roles. Be there. Be there. But part of it is simply to humiliate the speaker. I'm telling you. Let me ask you one thing. Recently, this young lady, Right Honorable Speaker, called us to her home. I mean, simply saying, my people, come. And usually those are blessings. Those are blessings. Even me, I did it. Those are blessings. But you people in the media, you see how you overblew everything. She has a mansion, she has what? And you are sure there are no other people in this country with mansions. In any case, her houses, you know, you put a hype over it. It's not as big as the way you wrote about it. No, no, no. I am aware of ministers in this country. I am aware of senior historical ministers in this country who have built a full hill. Have you ever gone to Jim Hwezi's home? Have you ever been there?
Personally, no.
The only person in the government who has a very simple home is President Museveni in Rwakitura. The last time in 2006, when I visited him in his home, he had a simple house, maybe 3 bedrooms or whatever. So very simple. I'm told he has.
Do you want to confirm that the Speaker's house is far much more better?
But is it the best? No,
than the President's house.
I'm asking you, is it the best? Is it the best?
I don't know.
Comparatively, because you should be able to compare. As good journalism, be comparative, isn't it? You bring Musala's house, bring Kibirango's house, and compare them. But the hype about her house, the village house, is all about fighting her.
Really?
Oh yes.
Isn't that jumping the point?
I'm saying, I mean, I'm an insider, I know. I know what is going on. I know what is boiling under. Yes.
Is the house that we saw, that you brought it,
yes.
Are there other houses within her area that you saw that look like hers?
Yes, they are there.
In her area?
They are there. Let me tell you, the owner of Wash and Wheels, the owner is a businessman. He's a businessman. He just compare his house and hers. And there's also Muteso from the same area. Okay? Number 2, did Speaker begin doing that because she was Speaker or she was a member of Parliament? No. This young lady has been having money. She's a rich lady. She's a rich lady. Before even coming to Parliament.
But we never saw the house before
because she put it up. I mean, where she put it up, where she's born, where she's born. Of course, there were other houses there.
So, Honorable, what has all this got to do with ministers refusing to come in Parliament?
Sabotage.
When she is presiding officer.
Sabotage. Have you seen them refusing to come to Parliament when Deputy Speaker is there? Are you aware that already there is a clique moving against my Speaker because she's an Easterner? Are you aware that they are trying to promote somebody else who is in the Parliament?
Kati Honorable, narrative za ono Easterner, ono Muteso, ate zivuddewo.
Ate nga teziriwo. Olowooza teziriwo. I mean, I'm proud to be called a Mugisu. And ever mention even here and say you are a Mugisu.
Because you are.
I am a Mugisu.
Yes.
I don't get ashamed about it.
Yes. So
there are some tribes in this country, when you say you are a Muganda, you are an Acholi, they get ashamed.
Because maybe
especially my brothers from Western Uganda, when you say you are Munyankole, or you are Munyarwanda too.
You've also seen that they find it
offensive to them. I'm not offended when I'm called a Musoga, a Mugisu. Call me, even right on this show, call me a Mugisu. You are not offending me. I was born like that, and I am a Mugisu.
Yes.
That is it. I'm not offended.
Kati abaga minister, is it true first of all?
Yes.
From your analysis of issues,
yes.
Is it true that there's a group of ministers that don't like the speaker?
Why not? Why not? I already told you there is a clique. I'm aware of it. And they are moving someone for the next parliament. They want her to reign for only one term as speaker. No, not the deputy speaker. Not the deputy speaker. Have you seen them attacking the Right Honorable Thomas Tayebo? No. It is the speaker. The hype about that house, you know, she's using our money as if she's a poor lady. As if she's a poor lady. No. 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 This young lady has been rich all throughout. Actually, she came into politics as a vocation.
So why target her?
I mean, they have their own reasons. For now, they are moving someone who you know very well from Central here. From Central to become the next speaker. I know it. I know it. I'm aware. From Central here, within the echelons of the Minister of Justice. And I'm pointing that so that you can spot easily. Yes. In many cases, it's known as KK. Yes. KK. Yeah, that is the one they are moving. I am aware.
I have heard the narrative.
Yes.
I have heard it.
Whether narrative or explanative, you take it from
This
me.
is the speaker that was overwhelmingly voted.
That is
become
it.
Speaker.
And I was her company manager.
You are.
Exactly.
Just 2.5 years down the road.
Yes.
This speaker is finding problems with part of the executive.
You see,
it beats anyone's understanding. Why?
It beats your understanding.
Agenda kubera mu Guinness Books of Records.
Yes.
Olwoga nti
yes.
Naye era agenda kukola record okuba nti ye speaker wa parliament. Agenda okumalako ekisanja kimu kyokka.
And why? Was Kadaga not beaten flat?
Yeah, but after
after 20 years,
yes,
deputy and
deputy speaker 10 years,
exactly.
Speaker another 10 years. Okay.
Now the accusation is she trying to build a power center? A power center? Alternatively, certainly all governments do that. All governments do that, and they keep watching. Until I came here in Parliament and I've started, you gave me opportunity to speak to the people for NRM. Have you seen anybody hating me? You know, my fellow NRM members of Parliament, a few of them warned me, you know, don't promote NRM here. You know, these people in the central here will kill you. I mean, you look at that kind of thing, they will kill you. I'm a Ugandan. If you kill me, I have no problem. You can do that. But instead, I won the hearts of many. I don't hide anything. For example, my president, the president of NU, was in Mbale. And he attracted a multitude. Oh yes, maybe I've jumped into.
Yes. Ensonga eno ya speaker.
Yes.
Neba minister.
Yes.
Mu Luganda tuyita okusibira ekikokolo.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yes.
Okuteekawo embeera.
Yes.
We're going to take a very short break.
Yes.
We want to further dissect it.
Exactly.
Kubanga at the end of the day, omanyi abafiirwa?
Yes.
It
is the citizens. It is the citizens. All these wars.
Because once policies are not moved,
yes,
service delivery is going to be crippled.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But of course we only see them coming for budgets. At the time of budgeting they come. ne katuwumulemu katono ddala yongera onyoka kyayi kaako leero bwokanywedde olina ebyama bingi byombuulidde ku palamenti kyembadde simanyi.
Oh yes, and I will continue doing it.
This is Hot Cup at 9. Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Maria!
Wanje mama?
Genda ku dduuka ondeetere Nisa hand and body lotion. Owulidde?
Mama wuuno.
Biki byokoze bino naawe?
Bino bye bampadde.
Yitawo tugende tuddeyo. Yitawo tugende. Naam. Biki bino byowadde omwana? Namutumye Nisa hand and body lotion. Kati laba byotuwadde. Nisa hand and body lotion mulungi nnyo. Ayooyoota olususu n'ofuna enjawulo mu seconds 3 zokka. Ali mu flavors ez'enjawulo nga shea butter, lavender n'endala nnyingi nnyo. Nisa hand and body lotion atandikirwako agula 13 zokka. Nisa hand and body lotion asangibwa mu maduuka gonna ne supermarkets mu ggwanga lyonna.
Waliwo abagamba nti okuyiiya emizannyo si muzannyo.
That is the question.
Olina okwewaayo n'okukkiririza ennyo mu ky'oyiiya. Ate mwattu olina okubaayo n'omuntu akuyambako.
Bro, you got this, okay? You need to fix all the discrepancies in your account.
Hey, listen, you listen. All I wanted to be your friend.
Naye olowooza omuntu ng'ekyo kimuli mu musaayi ebyo bimulya. Anti aba yazaalibwa kukola ekyo.
Scene 5, take 2.
Tega Pearl Magic Prime ne Pearl Magic Loco olabe emizannyo egyaffe egy'Abannayuganda ku DSTV ne GOTV Uganda kwokka.
I killed Joyce.
Sigala ng'oyungiddwako olabe engero zaffe ennyuvu n'obuzannyo obunyuma nga bikoleddwa mu ngeri eyaffe ey'ekinnansi.
Tirilugaga cricket obo! Nga 24 September! David Lutalo live concert! Jatumye! Nalongo! Abazimba Lugogoro bagenda okutegeera nti ekifo kyabwe kifunda! Silver emitwalo 2, gold emitwalo 5, ate platinum emiliyoni 3. David Lutalo live concert! Lugogo! Nga 24 September! Atolonga 3 September! Mukono Kori Hotel! Nga 1 October! Masaka Maria Flow! Aberuero! Wonna shinzo omutwalo gumu. Daudi Lutalo ajidde mu nkola mpya ya 5G optical fiber. Enendonge siwa kukira DNA. Daudi Lutalo nanyini ddoboozi erisinga okunyumira abantu. Ayimba ebikuli ku mutima. Atuyimbira ebigambo byaffe by'omukwano. Bebi byonkola bingi. Onoowulira ku cricket over wano maama. Tosubwa Nalongo. 24 September. Lugogo cricket over. Lujakwadwa Friday. Lunotinge. Biwagwidde Buganda kombucha drink. Rosepop mattress. Ne. Asante tangawizi tea.
Olowooza okutuukiriza ekirooto kyo tukwanjulira Coral Coatings Uganda Limited bakolera langi ez'ebika byonna ow'omunda n'ewabweru. Langi gwe basiiga mu texture n'ebika ebirala bingi nnyo. Emirimu gyaffe tegyenkanika. Jjukira nti amakaago ky'ekitiibwa kyo n'omutindo gwo. Tukwanjulira Coral Coatings Uganda Limited tukusembereza ekirooto ky'ennyumba yo.
Ejama sasa buterevu wano ku
Baba Fama ni Baba TV.
Amasasa kona mukachokubanga gasambira isasa ku isasa timu ku timu bino byonna bikutusibwako.
That is what makes Nile special. A beer truly made of Uganda, unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Monde Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source.
Everywhere you go, MTN. Kauju Express. Kalampansozi. Muna kutadoba.
Byonna wano ku
Baba Fama ni Baba TV.
Kode yo bakagwa Maina Nairobozi Ninze Banda Habati omu ku bakozi ba Jolo Quality Properties and Real Estate Consultants Limited nga tudiringira mu kugula ettaka n'okutonda ettaka, processinga land titles, okusurveyinga naisano lingi twenda okwendeza Kyabazinga wa Busoga babagabula na Diope Kadumbolo wokuna amatikirage ag'omukuzi ogw'omwenda naisano lingi tusabira Kyabazinga ayongera okutembeeta Obusoga n'okugemaganya ebintu byonna biri mu Busoga okugaita abantu wanawana mu Busoga baba wangaala ebyanda n'ebyanda obufulufe abaana babona olumusense.
Enoni Baba TV Obusoga bulayire. Eno ni Gangamka ku Baba TV. This is Hot Cup at 9.
Kituufu ddala, this is Hot Cup at 9 wano mu program Gangamuka ku Baba TV. Gangamuka etandika sawa 12 paka sawa 5 ez'okumakya ne buli Monday sawa 3 paka sawa 5 mbeera n'omubaka John Musila okuva eri Bubulo East. Ababaka bagenze mu kuwummula mu weeks 2 nga tebateesa wano mu parliament, bagenze okuwummulamu naye ye avuga pick-up ye okuva Namisindwa najja paka wano. Buli balaza tukwebaza nnyo. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this, because
in service of the nation,
yes,
service of this beautiful nation state, United Nations of Uganda.
Yes, because you represent in Parliament. We see you because you're white chicken, by the way.
Wow, that is
Parliament. It's not easy not to notice that you are there because of your dress code.
That is it.
Dress code yona lowo zantino bajja jugoba nga bagamba ba betagayo abantu nga badenga fe.
Yes.
But I've seen you.
You have a tie. That one there. You know the origins? Charles the Eighth. Exactly.
Kati back to
another pirate, of course.
Back to the issue of the speaker and the executive.
Yes.
Ba minister abatandise okulaga nti kirabika balina issues ne speaker.
Exactly.
Speaker oguyagala nnyo gwogambye agenda okumenya records.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Nebirala bingi nnyo. Nga tumaliriza.
Yes.
How do we solve the impasse between? How do we get over this? Kubanga nga bwe tugambye tugenze mu kumulako nga tugamba nti fe abalonzi fe abayiwa omusolo fe tugenda okufiirwa.
Exactly. Now why? Let me give you the reasons. How do you build the Eastern base? Eastern what? Base. That's a problem to some pundits in government. These young ladies building an Eastern base. And more so, Teso. Where the river bank was, water can still come through that.
Mu Luganda, amazzi gakulukutira gye gaali gakulukutira.
Newankubadde nga gasazeewo ne gatayitirawo for some time.
Gamala ne gakomawo.
Abagisu bamanyi nti naawo tozimbawo nnyumba lwakubanga galiddawo ne gayitirawo. Now, do you know that the Teso area had people like Omaria and others? Yes. And they have been a factor in all governments of this country, to the extent that the first person to lower the Union Jack and put up the flag of Uganda was Anita Tesot. Do you know that one?
So the speaker is building this base.
Not building.
For who?
She doesn't even know.
That she's
when you are doing things you think you know. When you are a prophet, you know. You can't, you may not know You are simply talking the way I'm doing today. I am born of prophets. Now, there is this Pastor Okuda, before Power Base of recent moved to Teso from Obusoga. We Paul Banga, Mulokole, Bedie. We Paul Banga, Mulokole, Bedie. We shall rejoice in the house of the Lord. Is Pastor Okuda around? But he prophesied. He didn't know that he was even prophesying. We shall dance in the house of the Lord. Did you hear about that knowledge? I mean, music?
I did.
It
was a hit song.
It's a hit song.
It was a hit song then.
One of those who started this charismatic gospel music.
Yes.
You see? But in the process, for those of us who are analysts, kankubulire kino, power, when power is coming, there is always a prophet. Okay? Ulira, there was this song of Buganda before Amin came. Ulira, enkomerere eri kumpi. I don't know where you killed it. I don't know where it is still. You have it. But I was a small boy of 5 years before Amin came over. There is always a prophet. When President Museveni was coming, there was a musician as well singing the music. I forget it a bit, but in Kinyankole, is it Ohorora Bajenyi or Kurora Bajenyi? It is there. The music is there. If you trace back, you'll find it by 1979.
Honorable Musirogamanti, the Speaker of Parliament is not aware that actually she's building a power base in the East.
She's not aware. She's not conscious. Actually, she's not doing it. She's only a pragmatic leader.
Is there a politician who does something Gatamanyi naively like that?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Is there a naive politician?
In Bugisu today, who speaks for NRM? I do. Just out of love of the party which I've been in for all this long. But I told you, some members of Parliament, NRM, in Bugisu, over 20 of us are NRM. Over 20, we are 25. Over 20 of us are NRM. You see, so many things. All along have I ever been appointed.
But is there a problem with it?
In any case, if I got it, is it a problem? You see? You know, the people of Central, actually they became sectarian. What? For speaking the truth? Do I get biased? Where NRM goes wrong, I say this is wrong. This is wrong. So now the fight about the speaker is she's marshalling the eastern wing and she's becoming a factor. By some pundits, those who have destroyed every other person.
What is the reason behind the speaker marshalling?
That is it. Of course, maybe she becomes to a threat to their power base.
So she knows what she's doing?
No, she doesn't know. She's simply doing her work. For example, that is number one. Number two, how on record, if all other speakers fail, you are able to have no backlog of bills, of motions, of what, you have passed all of them in record that you have now no business. You are demanding government to bring more. Who are you? Who are you? You get me right? You do something you think is right, but somebody else sees it as a problem. Have you checked the bills you have passed? Have you checked? You checked. This is the first.
At a very supersonic speed.
The 11th Parliament. The 11th Parliament. Courtesy of the Right Honourable Anita Among Annette. Triple A. It is a problem with some people. It's a problem with some people.
Magogo,
yeah. M. I am. And omanyiti no katonda agamba atya? I am. I am who I am. So, the Right Honourable Speaker, that creates a problem. Two, some people.
So
now,
the
third reason.
They are threatened by the power base that
oh,
yes, building in the East.
Yes, yes. Wapakhaburo, you know, the Easterners are the best administrators, by the way. The Easterners, generally, even during colonial times, Easterners are very good administrators. Wapakhaburo was fought because he did the same. What this little girl is doing at the time of Wapakhaburo, I don't know how old she was, possibly in secondary or even primary. Okay? Wapakhaburo later also did the same. One of the best speakers of parliament of the time, whether NRC or whatever. But he was 40 so. He died a dejected person, completely buried like a dog. If you read Things Fall Apart, Chinua Achebe says Okonkwo was buried like a dog.
But Honorable, all that said and done, the chief executive of this country.
Yes.
Ebintu bino tabiraba, a seasoned politician, a long life leader, bino tabiraba.
Let me tell you.
Because the executive yajikulira.
When a leader ages to some extent, they are sprinters. Oraba fekati abali okukaddiwa ati 58, I'm not young, naze wano nabuzukuru. Wabula byenga busumbwa wano.
Nabula bye muliftiza baba budduka.
Budduka buli nyabuka bwe butyo.
So
yes. Now there are sprinters which come up expecting to forage on you. Some of them thinking as to when is daddy dying so that we take over. And just study what Kenyatta was before 1978. Those things were there. The Kikuyus placed themselves knowing, yes, the old man is anyways going. Did you hear about at one time when they would say, Jomo Kenyatta, muzee umezeeka. Wewe umezeeka, anti muzee is kuzeeka, you are old. And at one time we would retort and say, kama monataka mjue mimi bado niko mimi mwenyewe jogoo. Uliza Mama Ngina. Uliza nani? Mama Ngina. You know Mama Ngina, the mother to former President Uhuru. I think Kenyatta married her at 60 when she was in 22 or 23. He was 60, so the age gap of about 40 years. So he would say, if you want to know that I'm not very old, ask my wife. My wife, of course, that was his 50th wife. A leader should have children from different wives. Any leader, including me. I have children from 7 wives. I'm not a joke. I have children from 7 wives. Even when I have 2 in the home. Okay? So, Kenyatta had children from 5 wives, including a white one. His son, I think Philip Kenyatta, is retired now. He was working with the BBC, but based in London. Okay? So, to me, people who come up within the government, this was my reasoning.
Yes.
People who come up when the leader is aging will want to fight 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Especially when they see that you are placing yourself, aligning yourself in a certain way.
Would that mean that this leader is not in control, is not in charge?
Who?
Would that mean that this leader is not in charge? The aging leader.
You are playing with the President Museveni. Do you see his reasoning? Do you see any senility in him? Do you see anything? A person of 79 years. And I congratulate you, Your Excellency.
Yes. He celebrated 79 years.
79 years.
Just last
I will be celebrating 59 next year. By the way, President Museveni is born same year with my mother, late mother.
Wow.
When I was at one time in the State House and I was introducing myself, I said, Your Excellency, you are my mother because you are born the same year with my mother. At the time, my mother was still there. In 2014. So I want to say, do you see any senility in him? He's aware and he knows. Just like me, my own sons and daughters. You know, at one time I had a family meeting. My son of 9 years at the time was the one warning me, Daddy, we want to see what you have added on our property. Our property. 9 years, now he's a doctor. 9 years at the time. You know, I hold family meetings. Yeah. You see? So, equally, the president knows. These splinters are there. Yeah. They come up, but he has to hold the nation. His focus is the nation. It may not be with these splintering groups.
But the relationship between the legislature and the executive is slowly dying away.
Oh, yes.
And which is going to affect, or it's already affecting, your voters.
The very fact that the speaker said, I have no business. I told you already, over 80% of all parliamentary business is from executive. Actually, if I brought a private member's bill or a constitutional amendment, I would go through a lot of hurdles. Including getting a certificate of financial implication. Yeah, like I did with water, and they said, no way, with water. I wanted to segment. I would say, yes, let the cities and the municipalities pay 15,000 per unit, and the local people maybe get free or pay 1,000.
Yes.
They said we can't get you that because it is a revenue too.
Honorable Nkulabe Bulungi, you are trying to exonerate the chief executive of this country.
Nothing. He has nothing.
Okay.
He means well.
When the leader is aging.
Yes.
Okay, but sprinters bagezako kwagala okulaba nti.
Oh yes.
Nti bambuza. But the thing is, wetutunulide, he's the one in charge.
He's the one in charge. Yes.
I know kubanga ye solution wachi ne kigenda maaso. Wakati waba ministers obutajja kuchika, because we are not now talking about the prime minister. We also don't know whether the prime minister is in charge of the ministers that she supervises.
She is in charge of the ministers, and we must call on her to do that.
And look at their behavior.
No, but now, is she the first prime minister to fail? Was Mr. Smart who?
Apollo Nsibambi.
No, Smart. Amama Mbabazi. Was she not failing with the ministers?
But I think
what about Ndugurugunda? Actually, it was even worse with Ndugurugunda.
Honorable, not to an extent of the speaker finding an empty seats.
Because this speaker is smart. When we are in parliament, she announces it. Where are they? Then we have other parliamentary, what I would call, parrots. They are there. I'm sorry, I don't have to mention. These are honorable members of parliament, and I have to have the integrity for them.
Yes.
But they are always shouting, especially from the left side of the speaker. But now, I want to ask you, do you see that scenario with the deputy speaker? Whenever the deputy speaker is chairing, do you see it?
So it is.
So what does that entitlement is for what? Please, we will know them by their actions. We will know them by their actions. If the speaker is watching me today, I'm telling you, we know them by their actions.
Does the speaker need to get worried? Anamalako ekisanja kino bulungi.
Anamalako ekisanja bulungi nnyo. N'ekijja kuddayo, whether I'm there or not, but I'm very sure I'm coming back. My younger sister, I'm coming back, and I will vote for you again, and I will campaign for you again. Those who think are sabotaging you, they are going to fail, and fail very miserably, extremely very miserably. We will come back. The speaker will come back.
But tunagendako mu kuwumula ojja kumpandikirako wano amannya g'abaminisita abo b'omanyi. They are sabotaging them.
Yeah, I know them.
Of course, we'll not.
I know them. I may not write for you.
We'll not disclose them on air.
Jesus said.
Yes.
Jesus said. Nabi Isa alayhi salam said, at the time of Jesus, you were called scribes, and he said, you are sons of vipers, sons of snakes.
Now,
not you in particular, yes. But that's corporately, collectively. That's what Jesus called you. But I can assure you that.
Honorable Minister.
And I've already indicated to you when we went for.
Exactly.
Yes, I said somebody.
Ministers aside,
yes,
there is also a section of MPs that are not in good books with the speaker.
I don't see any member of parliament not in good books with it. That one I will defend. All of them. This is the most amiable speaker. Have you ever gone to her office? I just ask you, by 20th you come. You will see Waswahili wanasema milolongo. over 200 people, the citizens and we parliamentarians. And she talks and sees everybody. Actually, we will have problems with the deputy speaker, but not speaker. No. This young lady can talk. At times, I sympathize with her. Just last week on Tuesday, I took Sophia Mutesa, the widow to Kabaka Mutesa. Sekabaka, is it? Sekabaka Mutesa. Sekabaka Mutesa, Lady Sophia. And maybe at one time you will have to call her here. She's 94 years old. Oh. Somebody has raided on her land, 108 acres of land. And they said, we are paying you only 150 million. She went to the president who wrote to the Minister of Lands, the Honorable Nabakova. But still, no way. So I don't know. By chance, she said, my son, I love you so much. I've seen you on the TVs. She met me on the Winton Street. I didn't know her.
That is the widow?
The widow, 94 years. But she's very beautiful and very smart. So upstairs.
So the speaker Yamuyamba?
No, I took her to the speaker. On Tuesday, yes. Speaker has helped her. Yeah.
Honorable, yes. I know you as a very fair man.
Very fair.
I know you as a very truthful man.
Yes. There is no fight between the speaker and the members of parliament. All of them, whether opposition or government, all of us love our mother even when she's young. So she's the mother of our parliament. We love you, speaker, and I've never seen anything.
Honorable.
No.
Bagamba, there's no smoke without fire.
Yes.
Don't you at any single moment fault the speaker anywhere?
You see,
in this entire situation?
No leader is blameless.
Yes.
No leader is blameless. In her actions, she may have annoyed 1, 2, 3 people. In her dispensation of duty for this country, she may have annoyed even the press. She may have, maybe that's why you were hitting at her all over showing her that she has the biggest house in Uganda, possibly equivalent of a state house. No. We have individuals here who have built hills, 2 square miles of a home.
So now
hers is not even a quarter of a square mile.
Honorable, you put it very rightly.
Yes.
Now that Orowozanti ayinza okubanga ina beyasobya unknowingly.
No leader is blameless.
Exactly. Yes. Because now she's a human being, just like any other.
Yes.
So is there room for reconciliation or for people to sit together and say, okay, for the betterment of the country, can we please move together?
My young brother, yes. Until I'm conscious that I've wronged you, I can't say sorry if I'm not conscious that I've wronged you. You see? If she wronged anybody, many times, there are members of parliament who even attack her. At one time, we were in Chankwanzi. One member of parliament attacked her. But later on, he himself felt a bit guilty conscious. So he said, Rasaman, can we go to the speaker? We went. Actually, she was not even aware that he had done that kind of thing. It is him who explained.
The Honorable.
Yes.
Abali mu corridor batugamba speak olusi mukambwe.
No. Never. Ebyo tompulira. Kibirango tompulira ebyo tekisoboka. Speaker mukambwe kuki?
Nti olusi mukambwe nnyo.
No. When she's presiding over the house, yes, she's in control of the house.
Yeah.
I know Kibiranga at your age, you must have been a chairperson. Do you know, I was a chairman of the district and I would preside over meetings of executive
that's her
or
leadership
TPC.
style.
No. She's one of the most amiable. Abandaba, Speaker wa Uganda is the most amiable. Actually, I would say, and this one, sorry to say this, to my Obi and Muko, Mwami late Olanya. Yakobo Olanya. Ye mukambwe God rest him in peace. Yeri mukambwe nnyo, but not AAAM. No. That one, bw'oba tomwagala mugane ku lulwo, naye speaker, the speaker of 11th parliament, in any case, through a by-election, she's one of the most amiable, always smiling, and of course, given her Cleopatran face and the beauty. Cleopatra, you know Cleopatra, the last pharaoh, the last woman pharaoh of Egypt, about 4,000 years ago. Cleopatran beauty. That is it.
Honorable John Musira bw'akuwaanira speaker wa parliament.
Yes.
Cleopatran.
Yes.
Ni amiable. You just have to love the Speaker of Parliament.
Oh, yes.
Going by the description of an MP here, she's a presiding officer of a parliament where Honorable John Musira sits.
Yes.
And who am I? Okugana John Musira byayogera. Yatula mu parliament.
Exactly.
Mine was to bring you up to speed to what other people say about the Speaker of Parliament.
Those are lies.
Yeah, and also to bring my concern that the bickering that is happening, whatever is going on, is not good for the country called Uganda, and we're not moving forward.
You know, I gave you one thing. We are going to, but you have not read my book. The Prince. I'm sorry, but I will. Niccolo Machiavelli.
Yes.
You can be hated for being a good person.
Hot Cup at 9. Program Ganga Mukawanuko Baba TV Obusoga Bulede. Tugenda kudda. Twogere ku nsonga za Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ng'ali e Bugisu. Bano alina bye yaboogeddeko. Tukomewo.
Thank you.
This is Hot Cup at 9. Enoni Baba TV Obusoga Bulede.
Maria!
Wanje mama?
Genda ku dduuka ondeetere Nisa hand and body lotion. Owulidde?
Mama wuno.
Biki by'okoze bino naawe?
Bino bye bampadde.
Yitawo tugende tuddeyo. Yitawo tugende. Naam. Biki bino by'owadde omwana? Namutumye Nisa hand and body lotion. Kati laba by'otuwadde. Nisa hand and body lotion mulungi nnyo. Ayooyoota olususu n'ofuna enjawulo mu seconds 3 zokka. Ali mu flavors ez'enjawulo nga shea butter, lavender n'endala nnyingi nnyo. Nisa hand and body lotion atandikirwako agula 13 zokka. Nisa hand and body lotion asangibwa mu maduuka gonna ne supermarkets mu ggwanga lyonna.
Munange yangu ofuneko wezimbira
Ulex Property Consultants Limited tusangibwa Nansana ku Jenina State oba tukubire ku namba z'essimu zino wammanga 0752 46 oba 0788 46 11 yangu ofune ekyomulembe.
Ulex
Uganda! Are you ready? Eno beto ya nyini! Ebigambo bikomye olutalo luze mu ndongo. In the red corner, introducing Cindy Biebie. In the blue corner, Shiba Karungi. Let the battle begin. Eno battle ya Cindy de Shiba bagita Salawano. Kolo FP 15 September. Ordinary mtwale 3 VIP mtwalo 10. Emeze ya milioni 3. Ani. Who is who? The king herself or Queen Kama. Mutalo iPhone na Nokia. Mbade muoza Nokia the original si copycat. Mu iPhone ye charging a Nokia. Wa Nokia ye charging iPhone. Hey! Mwamuje! Eno bato ye ne Salawo. 15 September. Ekololo. Tuambala ize. Wayamba dota. Wesonga musonzi mu bato. Kati tuagala byana bi Promax. Byava mchalonga kati bini Nigeria. Muzingo pa apartments. Byana bi Noctano. Kare kweba kamyava kutulo. Bisula mu ndongo. Koloya strip. 15 September. Biteke kedu.
Tubona nze nga minisita w'ensonga edobwa president ate nga ndi mwana ava mu Busoga ntwala omukisa guno okuyozaayoza abasoga n'okusingira irala baba gabula nadyopo wokuna okubona nti ngena kudo omwezi 13 omwezi ogw'omwenda 2023 tulikudaguza amatikira ga baba kyabazinga. So ndikubiriza omulanga abasoga mwena ye muli abawangalire okumpi newala abawangalira mbusoga neruyi wa busoga mwide tulage nti fa abasoga baba alijja takula mwide tudagulize walala baba tukuyozaayoza bantegezize era twena twide bulungi nti ngena ku 13 omwezi ogw'omwenda 2023 tulijja mu district eyeganga wale mu kitundu kyebeta Namungalwe. Nze mire babiri babalanda minister w'ensonga edobwa president nja kubaayo ate iwe idone gaiteku twena tusobola okujja tutagulize walala ni baba waife amatikira ag'omwenda.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire. Eno ni Gangamka ku Baba TV. This is Hot Cup at 9.
Dala kituufu oli ku program Gangamuka wano ku Baba TV obusoga bulayire. Essaawa ziri 4 n'ekitundu ssaawa 5 tugenda kuba tusiibula. Ndi mu kanyumiro kano ka Hot Cup at 9 ndi ne mubaka John Musira mubaka mu parliament okuva mu Ebubulo East Linda Misindwa tutunye ensonga ez'enjawulo. Honorable, just last week twalabye mukwano gwo Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine bwe yagenda e Bugiswe mwamwayo naye erinnya Bugiswe yalina erinnya limwamuwa n'ebirala bingi nnyo. He was in Mbale and his mobilization campaigns zatandikira mu Western ne wala yona abadde Kema Yuge n'abeera Busia wuyo Mbale n'agenda Lira Luwero n'ebirala bingi. But specifically when he was in Mbale, his campaign team must have done a very, very good job, I should say. The Vice President, Eastern, is
Honorable Nambeshe.
John Baptist Nambeshe. He must have done a very good job of mobilizing. We saw quite a very, very big crowd.
Very true.
Okay?
Yes.
Without missing words, Boba Gamba bachikubye.
True.
Okay? But meaning that they got what they wanted. Want the numbers to create a platform for them to pass their message. Kakati nze sigenda kubuza numbers. Ngenda butelevu ku message. Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu wani yategezeza ab'Embali nti Bugisu Cooperative Union tekyali yaabwe, that it is owned by a single person. You happen to sit on the executive of Bugisu Cooperative.
I am a vice chairperson. Actually, in a proper elective language, I should be deputy chairperson of Bugisu Cooperative Union because I'm elected much as my chairman is elected.
Who is your chairman of Bugisu Cooperative Union?
Honorable Nandala Mafabi Nathan and 8 other members, me being a deputy, his deputy.
Very good.
Yes.
The crowds aside.
Yes.
Otula, you are the one of the vice, or you are the vice?
I am the vice chairperson.
You are the vice chairman of Bugisu Cooperative Union.
Yes.
Who Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu assured the people in Mbale, that crowd that you see, that Bugisu Cooperative Union tekyali yammwe. Baji wo omuntu omu n'agitwala. Mwaji wani?
I want to say this. President Robert Kyagulanyi was misguided, was deceived, and I'm saying it in the camera. He was deceived. The message, you can see the crowd, very good, jubilant all over. and the intentions and all objectives and the aims fulfilled. Yes. The people wanted to see their president of NUP. Yeah. Good. Certainly when he goes back, he won't get those crowds again. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm a politician. I'm an analyst. I'm a political scientist. Let him do it 3-4 times. The crowds may keep reducing. I don't have time to give you the reasons. But over Bugisu Cooperative Union, I do not know.
To me, that's a very sensitive.
Yes, very, very sensitive.
I know how sensitive Bugisu Cooperative Union is and what it means to the people.
You are talking to the Bugisu.
In Bugisu sub.
You are talking. There are two things.
Yes.
You say, Honorable Nandala Mafabi, and you will have to cut this for me so that I give it to Honorable Nandala. Now, if you say Honorable Nandala Mafabi owns the Oro Imbaru, you are on attack of the Bugisu, all of them. The NUP president was misguided over that one.
By who?
Whoever told him that misguided him. Bugisu Cooperative Union has 300 member society. 300. Each member produces 2 delegates. Those are 600 delegates. They are the owners. You tell me, they bring their coffee, and according to the cooperative principles, why you cooperate is because you want to beat up the middlemen and the others. Given what we have, the recent colonial history of cooperatives, but let alone that we also had the cooperatives and the good ones in Africa. Rochdale by 1844, a small group of very poor people come up to form a cooperative to import sugar from America. That's how the present-day cooperatives originate from. You get me right? Now, you cannot tell the people that Nandala, yes, is a prominent man. He's a prominent man in the Bugisu, not only for Bugisu Cooperative Union, very prominent, extremely. But all Bugisu, many of them, over 70% are NRM, said, please, Honorable Nandala, be our chairman of Bugisu Cooperative Union. Then they said, Musila, you are NRM, be our vice chairperson. Because we are elected all over Bugisu, the whole region elects us.
It should be non-partisan cooperative.
Non-partisan, non-racial, non-everything. The aim is cooperatives, the 5 principles of cooperatives. 1 man, 1 vote. 1 man, 1 vote. You get me right? Cooperation among cooperators and many others. Those 5 core principles of cooperatives. So when the president of NUP says that it is only Honorable Nandala, where do you leave me? Where do you leave me? Because I'm there. Actually, most of the meetings, the chairman delegates me to do them. Most of the meetings, or when he's not around, it is me doing it. So where do you leave me? Where do you leave all other 7 members? Because we are 9. Where are others? The coffee, which is there, is for Bugisu. So you think that you are going to, simply amass coffee and bring it yourself? No. No. We have coffee of about 60 billion. Over 6 million kilograms of coffee for last year. It is there.
Ezo name wanyizili under Bugisu Cooperative.
Yes, wezili. No, nebo genda kati nkusponsor ngogenda olabe. Oba nkutumire bifana yebo ntume bifana nyoja government no bagenze wa. Njagala olabe ko Baba TV. I'm inviting you to Bugisu Cooperative Union. Mugende mulabe stores affe, mulabe silos zona nga nzijuvu, stores zona nzijuvu, everything. The coffee belongs to the people.
Bani abawabiza Kyagulanyi okwogera bino.
So there, to me, you who are handlers of President Kyagulanyi of NUP, you misled him. Because there now you are creating a problem. There are 2 cultures in the Bugisu you don't fight. 1, Imbaru. You fight Imbaru, circumcision, you are in trouble with Bagiso. All of them, whether President Museveni or whoever. 2, fight Bugisu Cooperative Union. You are in trouble with them. All of Bagiso. Here you misled President Chakulai of NOP. Completely. Now, but where does it come from? The fight in FDC has trickled to NOP. You saw Honorable Nandala with Honorable Semuju. Their fight has now trickled into NOP.
I will ask you later what has the fight in FDC got to do with NOP. But back to Gisu Cooperative itself. That's a very, very big accusation that ekitongole kyogambi ekirina first of all abatuula members about 600.
Over 600. But the owners over 1 million in Bugisu. The owners over 1 million.
Bana babadde mu crowd embali.
Yes.
Abo siba owners ba Bugisu Cooperative.
I mean, by effect they are. As long as you are in Mugisu, is there any Mugisu, an adult Mugisu, without a plant, Echikoro Chemwanyi? Is there, you got to move all homes in the Bugisu. I don't know, maybe over 100,000 homesteads. You will find a plant of coffee there.
But Chagulanyi must have had these facts. Kubanga bino yabadde abyogera mu ba members babo.
Yeah, they can keep quiet. They can keep quiet.
They were not keeping quiet. They were.
Yeah, I mean, Oroza abakukubira mu ngalo bonna babeera babo abantu ababaddawo bonna banu. You think so? No. Even if it is Museveni moving towards, and if he became free, the way he was in the 80s and early 90s, if we would, people would come. People would come. By the way, not all those, Jesus said it. Nabi Isa alayhi salam said it. Not all those who say, Lord, 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 are for you. No. Fetumanyi, tugenda ne mu allusions za Bible, ne mu Quran entukufu, ne tubagirayo ebyaliwo emyaka 13, emyaka 12 bwe tutyo. I know it. Those of us who are politicians, even the closest person will turn against you. Very well. But again, the one you regard to be enemy or opponent comes to you and serves you very well.
So, Honorable, your political intelligence must have hinted to you bani aba bawubisiza
2 issues.
Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu okutegeeza nti Bugisu Cooperative Union yafuka ya muntu omu.
Honorable Nandala,
bani abamuwubisiza.
Honorable Nandala is a very rich man. Extremely very rich. He has been in FDC all along and in opposition all along. The way with my speaker.
From his job in the World Bank?
First he's the one who founded the URI. Uganda Revenue Authority.
Honorable Nandala Mafara.
Oh yes. World Bank has supported him from there. He started URI. Then from URI, he went for further studies. And he was spotted during the World Bank. Worked there for several years, earning $30,000 per month. Honorable Nandala, before he joined the politics, he had 5 cardinals in this place called Bugorobi. I've ever visited them. 5 cardinals. At the time, tiles ngaba importing okuva Dubai. He is importing. They are imported. Of course, he has given out those facilities. A person who has over 70 petrol stations, including even the center of Nairobi, his own houses in London, houses in Mbale. In Mbale, he should be having over 60 pieces of houses under land. Now, there are 2 prongs. Oraba Honorable Speaker, azemu Parliament, ngalina obugagga bwe. Kati bamukuba nti nabufuna mu Parliament. Naye kale Honorable Nandala bujjawa. Atali Speaker atali ki. Yabujjawa. Ate yamanya ati nagenda kubeera member of Parliament na acquiring ebintu ebyo. You see?
kati naye byebiriwo nti 7 billion shillings from from NRM n'ebirala.
Now ezo ntalo zaabwe mu FDC singa nkugirayo ono mwenyini agamba nti no yafuna 7 billion from FDC, I mean from President Museveni, isn't it? Isakugamba ko wano nti no waliwo abagenda mu State House ababeyita nti no ba opposition bachi funa bavu fa abalwanira government eno be bavu nkugirayo abamu bazifuna through, maybe let me give you this analogy. When the president was in the bush, where they acquire guns from government of Uganda at the time, Obote bakube mubajeko mundu naye kati bano ba opposition sente bazifuna wa singa nkugirayo sebo omuntu atambudde mu myezi mukaaga, one of the very vocal MPs of opposition or FDC mu myezi mukaaga. I sent some of these facts to some of the honorable members. Actually, it is opposition who said, Rasaman, where did you get this? Is it true? But it is documented. Money from Tonze Jacob Gisu Cooperative. Yes, this is what I'm telling you. This is a target, a fight against Honorable Nandala. Honorable Nandala is merely a board chairperson of Bugisu. He has 8 other members. He has 600 delegates from primary societies dotted all over Bugisu. He has 1 million farmers who patronize Bugisu Cooperative Union. It is their coffee. Tell me, somebody brings his coffee and you sell it and you remain with the money. Did he go out to find out whether there is any farmer whose money has been conned over the years?
Honorable, an issue as sensitive as that,
yes,
when the Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is in Mbale,
yes,
nayogera ebigambo ebyo ku Bugisu Cooperative Union, now over 1 million members.
Exactly.
I have not seen anyone take on Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
I'm taking on him. I'm taking on him. Now, was that message important? Was it important about their cooperative?
It was
from 1954. Now, when we saved this cooperative, I and Honorable Nandala, from around 2006, they had sold a very big hotel called Eligone Hotel. If we go to Mbale, one of those hotels owned by Uganda Hotels at the time, which when they were under divestiture, we bought it as Bugisu Cooperative Union. We bought it. But the board before, I mean, the one we replaced, our predecessor, they had sold it. They sold it. They sold 619 acres where you have the industrial park today, very vibrant. 619 acres at less than 5 million per acre in 2008. I want to give you 20 million, go and buy for me land in Mbale, in Bugisu. 20 million, 1 acre. You go to Mbale and buy.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. It's not possible. When they sold, this man who, Mbabazi, was selling, was it Temangaro, at 25 million.
To NSSF.
These ones sold to Uganda Investment Authority at less than 5 million. That was theft. But we have never said anything. We said, Katase of Bugisu Cooperative Union, let the industrial park be there. And it is vibrant, employing our younger people.
So if it is political capital and mileage,
yes,
Robert Kyagulanyi yakitutte.
No!
Mwenna tewali avuddeyo kumugamba nti sebo.
I am here.
This one is a no-go area.
I'm here making this statement. I'm going to Parliament to address the press. Me. He made it because I was up country. I have to call a press conference over this. I know he's innocent, but he's fighting from 2 prongs. One, the fight between FDC, which tilts to the Buganda axis. So naturally he has to defend a fellow Muganda, the one fighting with Nandala Mafabi. The publicity secretary, I don't want to say names here. The publicity secretary. That is it.
Yes,
oh, thank you for saying it. Very good. He's the one that is defending now. Number two, his handlers, especially the vice president of East, who I know, who is my age mate and a circumcision mate. I don't think the vice president told him to say that. Because that is suicide. Political suicide for NUP. You don't speak about Bugisu Cooperative Union, especially, making such derogatory statements about it. No. The Bugisu, we have just held an AGM a few months ago. And then you say it's owned by one person. Does Honorable President Kyagulanyi understand how cooperatives move? Has he asked about Masaka Cooperative? Wamala, East Mengo, West Mengo, here in Uganda? Has he? Why? Particularly, when he's moving here, have you seen him asking about them? Why particularly Bugisu? Two prongs. One, defending Semujunganda, because he's a fellow Muganda. Two, fed with wrong information. Why should it be an issue? Why should it be an issue for him?
So did that give Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu political mileage or NUP, or it actually?
No, actually it gives him.
It discredited. Did it
completely. You don't speak about Bugisu. You don't speak about Imbaru. Circumcision in Bugisu, no.
Do you want to dare Kyagulanyi Ssentamu okukoma wembali akolerale bwetu?
Akolerale ngavuma empalu. Mwede bintu bibeka bibili. Ajavuma empalu avume Bugisu Cooperative Union.
Bugisu yajivumye nga.
Yes, yajivumye bakubanga babadde tebamanyi nti nagenda kujivuma. Babadde tebamanyi. I'm telling you, babadde tebamanyi.
Era namala okujivuma nafuluma mbale nga bamuwe.
No, there is no problem, it's a vista.
Nga bamuwerekera.
Do you know how many Baganda are in Mbale? Ethnic Baganda. You see? Do you know how many Baganda voted for me in my constituency? Those who came there in 1903. In my constituency, Ekisawa. Ate banjagala nnyo. Singa bandi baddeyo lwakubanga abasinga ba member ba Bugisu Cooperative. You know, the other principle is that a cooperative is non-racial, non-ethnic, non-everything.
Non-partisan.
Yes. So,
okay.
Singa bandi baddeyo bandi mugambye mwana waffe toyogera ku ekyo ojja kunyiza Abagisu. Toyogera ku mpago ojja kunyiza Abagisu.
So, Honorable, that aside.
Yes.
All these rallies that Kyagulanyi Ssentamu has held.
Yes.
And he has worked very well with the security people. And I'm sure you talked about that some time back. Abantu babadeke buli omu akole mobilization ye bulungi nnyo.
So am I a prophet? Now you prove that I'm a prophet.
But the police did what it's supposed to do.
No, I'm saying, but am I a prophet?
That aside, kino kirekawa NUP. Byonna bino bye yakoze wamulabye Eruwero, you saw what happened.
Yes.
You who reads into the next stage of our political landscape, does this show anything about NUP?
Big one. He's a scorer. President Kyagulanyi is a scorer. As an epitome of peace and a campaign. Two, he's trying to prove today that the arms of the state were the ones who were violent, not me. Get me right. It's a discredit to government. Discredit to arms, coercive arms of government. He's proving it. Have you seen any chaos, whether death or whatever? No. Or fights? No. So he's trying to prove that it is the state and it is a discredit.
Do these crowds worry the sides that are competing with Kyagulanyi?
Those crowds, Ugandans are always, they respond to eventualities. They respond to eventualities. Whoever is there, even if it is General Muhoozi coming, you will see them like that. Were they not like that when General Muhoozi was in the East? Just like that. Just like that.
So this speaks nothing, according to
they will be there. Ever they will be there like that. They were there, they are there, and they will be there forever and ever, amen. They are Ugandans. They want to see who is this young man. They want to see the great musician. They want to see one who stands up against government of Uganda. They want to see that. Actually, those crowds, Besigye, during Besigye's time, they were even more than that. You see? But I said one thing. Why not leave these Ugandans? You leave them like that. But down my heart, yes, I have this other thing. Did you do history in your A level?
I did.
Oh, you did history. So you know the Bourbons and the Orleans. So now you go back and refresh yourself.
Especially the Orleans, yes.
Go back and refresh yourself with Louis Philippe, the Orleans monarch. Go back and refresh yourself properly. This is why Niccolo Machiavelli's book tells you, be a lion and be a fox. But when you choose your focus, don't change. Don't change easily.
Okay? Honorable, as you conclude, kuba program ya fenu. Uluza tewe deko.
Mbade stegede. Mbade stegede njima. Because it is a hot cup.
Yes.
Exactly.
As you conclude.
Yes.
Mu weeks biri mulimu kuumulamu.
Yes.
Mobilization campaign zigenda maso.
Yes.
Neno. I'm told the Hoima Walio by-elections for the LC1, LC5
yes.
Happening this Thursday.
Yes.
Nebirala bingi nnyo. Before you come back next Monday, bichi byolaba weekend eno ebigenda okushaping the country.
One is that now we are coalescing democracy in this country. You are free to move around and campaign. As long as you keep safety yourself, you are free. And many others, after all, even as MPs, LC5s and others, we are out there campaigning in preparation of 2025-26, primaries of 25 and 2026. We are doing that heavily. And we wish peace in this country. Never incite the citizens of this country. Don't incite the citizens of this country. Number two, when President Kyagulanyi is moving, please, the handlers, he's a center, an epicenter of the younger people who are 60-70% of this country. Don't mislead him. Don't mislead him to make mistakes. Mistakes, especially now, if you are talking about Bugis Cooperative Union. How does it affect him? You see that? Njagala nange nsibula abantu bange wagwan huja blaze no man curse. You are a beautiful country. The people of Namisindwa, my beautiful district where I come from, with beautiful people, with beautiful resources, which hosted the president of Uganda, who has led this country for 40 years. I want to say Namisindwa, juu kabisa, na tuendelee hivyo, twende mbele. Inchi yetu inang'ara, inchi yetu ni murwa. Wacha tuendelee hivyo, watu wangu, wazalendo wenzangu, Waganda hapa. Asante kabisa.
Nange njagala kusibula, my very beautiful people watching Baba TV, my very beautiful people in Busoga, nebirala bingi emikolo eja amatwikira agobwa kyabazinga wa Busoga kweze myaka 9 nga ali ku ntebe jigenda okubeera nakusomeza 13 ku lunaku olwokusatu lwa weekend. Wali ku Kasozi ekigulu. My very beautiful people, see you there. Baba TV Obusoga Bulaire, good morning.